What is that? What is that sound?
We're coming in like an airplane.
Time to
Fly-
eat. Open your mouth.
Flying into episode 20. What's going
Got some
on, guys?
applesauce on a spoon. I'm ready for you, JD. I got it.
Oh shit! That's all that's needed.
Applesauce with a spoon.
Yeah, applesauce on a spoon. The plane's coming in.
Oh my god! What's going on, boys and girls? Episode
Yup.
20 coming at you live on the
20.
Twitchers,
Damn, that's the big 20.
or the
Yeah.
Twitch, or the YouTube, or the Spotify, or the Google, or the Amazon, or the Apple, or the other
Little orange.
platforms. The-
Whatever they
Some
are.
papaya. All that
Like,
shit.
your local MP3 player coming to a
Ooh.
Walkman CD near you.
like
What's
like
going
those
on,
like
guys?
those days when you used to go to like Borders and Barnes and Noble and listen to music on like the little inserts that they had on the wall. You like put the headphones on,
yeah,
and, like,
yeah,
find
yeah.
music, and
Yeah.
Dude, that used to.
you just
that
find,
used to
you'll
be
find
a
us
shit.
there. That's where we are.
They used to have those little shitty headphones that you would buy for like computer class at school. That,
Oh,
like,
they were so flat.
little adjustable
Oh,
things. You
God.
put them. Oh, damn.
So
This
flat.
microphone is not working for me right now.
You're
There
not
we go.
getting any bass in that fucking
Hell
headphones.
no. Damn, JD's
None.
working some magic right now. His microphone's like appearing and disappearing and shit.
Bro, I'm a magician. I thought you guys knew.
Yeah, but I didn't until now. Now I do. Now I'm scared.
What's going on, guys? How you doing? As
Man, good.
y'all may see, we don't exactly have a guest today, but we do have a bunch of news to go through. A lot of shit's happened in the past 2 weeks. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
mhm.
We're looking at a pretty chill episode today, kind of going over industry news and different things that are interesting and whatever comes to mind. It'll be nice to kind of sit down and catch up with the boys a little bit. You know, it's
Hell
not
yeah.
bad. I think an episode without a guest every now and again is actually pretty healthy. I think that's really nice.
Feels like a little
Yeah.
break, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we don't have to do a bunch of like scouting and stuff before episodes. I mean, we don't have to follow like a script as much as we would. It's nice. Nice. Good time.
Wish some
And,
devs
I
would
mean-
get back to me though. That'd be fucking.
Oh well,
fantastic.
listen. In due time, right? This is.
Bro,
this,
I've
it's
been
a part of the
messaging people
process,
since
you know?
like November 2023, dog.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
It's fucking-
Yeah, bro. In due time. In due time. You know, we just
Help
we
me
keep
out.
on trucking. We just keep on
True.
trucking through it, dog.
Help me, help
So-
you, dog.
One thing I wanted to know is what you guys thought about the set, because I was trying to go with like a more like laid back kind of vibe today, since today is a chill day. Like, let me like put some
I
like
liked it.
smoothness in there, yeah. Not like my
Yeah.
usual party time, type shit,
Yeah. It was
which
nice.
I had no problem with. Yeah.
It's I think sets like that work out really well for like shorter periods. Like over 2 hours, you kind of need that energy from your normal stuff. you know?
Yeah.
But like over an
100%.
hour, kind of keeping it like melodic and a little bit laid back. It was nice. I was, I got some work done sitting here, had it up on the other screen. It was good stuff, dude.
You know what's funny is I was thinking the same thing as I was playing. I was like, I couldn't do this for 2 hours. I could do this for one, but after hour one, I'm like, all right, time to pump it up a little bit.
Time to bump it.
Time to pump it up.
Crank the BPM a little bit.
Dang. So true.
Hell yeah. Then I'm excited about today's episode. 'Cause like I said, we don't always get the chance to just shoot the shit, and I feel like we also get the chance to be a little bit more interactive, so people have input in the chat, things that you want to say in response to whatever BS that we're throwing out into the world. Then this is the best time for us to pay a little more attention to you guys. And I say you guys, my chat's right here, so when I do that, I'm looking at the chat over there.
Now I gotta
Um,
listen. I know we got a lot on the docket today, and I know this is like right in the middle of all the things we're gonna talk about. But I read it and I immediately was like, "What the fuck do you mean?" I need to talk about topic point C real quick. Where is this discussion about a content house coming from?
Oh yeah.
That's
So
bad.
this is
In the
this. I mean, we can. we can go ahead and just talk about this now if you like, but it was just something that I've been thinking about, man. You know, and not to mention we've had this discussion amongst the boys for a long time. It's like,
Oh, I
man, wouldn't it
mean,
be cool to
yeah.
have one, right?
I was just like,
Um,
I'm not the boys. What the fuck?
Well, yeah. First of all, we've never talked about this, so you're kind of self-reporting right now, and it's a little
Okay,
fucked
it's
up.
not so.
But beyond that, I'm
Listen,
gonna throw you a bone right now. I'm gonna tell you that my boys and I have done the same thing. There's always been background talk, like any group of friends that are gaming that all kind of make content. Everyone's like, "Yo, content house,"
like,
and
what are we doing, bro? You know?
yeah, it used to be way bigger back when esports was smaller, when like back in the day, esports
Mhm.
orgs weren't like 100 Thieves, teaming up with like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and making millions of dollars and shady deals with crypto. Back when people were just like, we've got a League of Legends team, we've got a COD team, we're going to group up 5 people and a so-called team leader, and we're gonna spend 90% of our money on a shitty little house, and everyone's gonna go set up a computer in the garage. I mean, that was the industry for a while. I mean, that's where
Mhm.
I came up in esports. Back when I was super into League of Legends, TSM used to have a lot of content they do out of their esports houses.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, they literally used to have like a guest house out back where they set up all their PCs and they would all stream from the same area. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was
Yeah.
some of the best content I think I've ever seen in the space, and it's such a shame that it's died out and everything's become so gross and everything else. But the whole thing.
You know the
I
thing
think it
is,
has to get past that whole where every individual person thinks they're a god at content creation and everything should be handed to them.
I gotta disagree with you guys though. I don't think it's died out at all. I really don't. In fact,
No, no,
I
I'm
think it's still
saying
strong.
I'm saying from that individual perspective, like, you know, 90% of Twitch thinks they're gonna make it just because they hit the go live button, you know?
And that's the thing too, is like when you're or it studies show that if you're like around like-minded people, especially if you're around them often, and of course you got to get along, then it's easier hold each other accountable. And to the point, I'm not necessarily thinking about the esports organizations, because I do agree that I used to watch like Optic videos back when they had their house in like Chicago, and you're right, like their YouTube content was peak as fuck. Like
Fucking Nate
watching Nate
shot
Shot and
updates.
Scump playing Black Ops 2, bro, and just like I used to love those videos. But nowadays it's different, man. Like we have groups like RDC, AMP as well, and like other smaller groups that are starting to come up, where like they just literally all go in on a house together and they just do whatever content, whatever it is, whether it's gaming or anything for that matter. I mean, and what makes it so easy, and they all say the same thing, is like, bro, like we're in the same space. Like we have no room, no space for excuses. It's like you literally just wake up, moon board, work. Obviously, if you have jobs, you gotta work, but it's just I always, me and Apex, we always talk about things that we want to do, and ideas that we have, and all. Unfortunately, those ideas sound so amazing if we're sitting next to each other, and they're easier to accomplish if we're sitting next to each other.
True.
And like the conversation just keeps coming up over and over and over again. Like, dude, house, right? So
House.
I was talking to my dad yesterday. Me and my dad went to lunch, and I was like, hey man, here's some ideas that I have. And I'm like, I'm gonna try to see if I can get my dad to help out, even to like, invest in something, that'll help us out. Cause I really do feel like it's doable. I really feel like it is. I'm putting it into the universe now. I feel like it's doable. Um, and it's like I'm not in a position to be like buying a house, but I'm definitely not broke as well. So
True.
whatever sacrifices, we have to make, or I have to make for that matter, I'm looking willing to do it, man. So that's just where my head has been lately. Okay.
I hear you. I hear you. I'm in. If we do it, let's do Chicago. Let's do Chicago. That's
He
where it's
said,
at.
that's what I said, Texas or Chicago.
It's beautiful. Listen, I'm gonna say it. Texas. I've been to Texas. There's the one thing Texas has got going for it in that regard is it's got it's got cheap real estate in some areas, you know,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
and it's pretty nice down there, but it gets damn hot, bro. Like I was there
Yes,
for
it
vacation
does.
last year about this time, and we had weather there that was, I shit you not, like 130 degrees outside.
Yeah, bro.
It's like a dry heat, thank God, but it's pretty bad.
Texas is slave weather. Goddamn.
Damn. Damn. But I
Slave
mean,
weather.
Chicago ain't much better. Chicago gets hot. Chicago gets really damn cold too. We
Really
get
cold.
snow.
Man,
But
just get a pool, dog.
oh shit. True.
Podcast
I mean,
from,
listen,
from the jacuzzi.
we just get a bunch of people in. I mean, any house becomes affordable with enough people in it, you know?
100%. 100%.
Shit.
And you can rent houses. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I was on
exactly.
Redfin looking at like 5-bedroom houses, like rent that's like, I was like, one 5-bedroom was like $3,800 a month. I'm like, are you serious? Like, that's so fucking cheap. But I mean, you know, it's just where we are, because a 5-bedroom in California is about $1 million a month, maybe, you know, if that. So,
I
Yuck.
mean, especially if we're all like working remotely, like it's fucking. I have,
it's cake, bro.
you know, I'm in Arizona. I have 3 roommates, and I pretty much had everything paid for between
Yeah.
3 people.
Yeah,
We could
exactly, bro.
easily do
Yeah.
that.
I'm jealous.
Exactly.
Boys, I gotta step out for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, we.
But
Can,
yeah, man,
I-
that's like
I
one of the
think
random.
the sooner the better is what it comes down to. I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree. I do
Gotta,
agree.
gotta
I do
rip
agree.
the band-aid off, you know.
Yeah, man. It's just it's a cool thing to consider, to think about. That's all it is, really. I mean, if it ends up happening, which I would love to make it happen, then sick. But you know, like you said, it's the sooner the better.
I mean,
I'm surprised Kyle wants to go over that first. I'm like,
I'm not.
I'm like, that's okay.
I'm not surprised about that at all.
The guy's like, special announcement. I just bought a house. All right, see you guys next episode.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
I'm definitely down though. I do think as far as like space, Texas will probably, like, space for the price. Texas will probably be better. But then again, I haven't
100%.
really looked into Chicago prices. But
Sure.
god damn, Texas got some nice houses. Holy
Bro,
shit!
it's insane, man. It's insane.
Like, why
My
are they so nice?
the company that I work for is based out there, and muy calor, hell yeah. Yeah, the company I work for is based out there, and they always throw little hints at me, like, yeah, man, we need you to come out here. Like, I'm going out there on the 13th for some like convention that's happening, and it's like, yeah, let's come out here for 2 days, go to the convention, you know, have some conversations, you know, meet people, and you know, just look for a place to live. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. Like, wait a minute, what was that?
Hold on, dude.
What was
Go
that?
back.
Hold on,
again.
bro.
Rewind.
Yeah, it's always funny. They're not serious. Like, they're not trying to force me to move out there, but they wouldn't be disappointed if I did. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said. If you're on site, you're actively collaborating with people. It's so much easier to do shit.
Yeah, man. Yep. I agree. So, I mean, there's a lot that's been happening in the world of gaming as of recent.
It's an
Um,
understatement.
I think that the gaming world is very well aware of the people who are like the biggest in the space, especially on Twitch. I recently started watching Jinxie, who got me back into playing Rainbow Six Siege again. If you don't know who Jinxie is, I don't know if he has I'm pretty sure he has the most subs on Twitch. I could be wrong, but he's somewhere like 168,000 subs on Twitch right now. And he's
Jesus
literally for the
Christ.
last 7 to 8 years, he's just been playing Rainbow Six Siege. So I don't know how I came across his channel, probably through a YouTube short. I mean, that's how we always come across channels, right? And I started watching the guy and watching some of his YouTube vids, and because of that, I was like, you know what? I kind of miss Rainbow Six, so I got back into playing it. And then I realized that this week they had the Rainbow Six Siege 6 Invitational, which is their big annual tournament.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a $3 million prize pool.
For Siege?
Yeah,
That's
bro.
wild.
That's a lot of fucking money. I'm pretty sure it was, and actually I take that back. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 3 million just for the grand finals. Um, so yeah, it was it's always cool to watch tournaments. I mean, for those who play any competitive game, when you go watch like the pro players do what they do, you're not necessarily just there for entertainment. You're also kind of like taking notes on the strats as well. So I'm like watching teams play and figuring out how they how they play the game. But
Bro,
in
I
the
still want to go to a fucking Halo major hella bad.
which one? I mean, I'm assuming they
Champions, honestly. Like,
champs.
I think the champs are usually in like October, November. But
I mean,
nobody wants to go, dog.
well, I mean, come
I
on, like
read about that.
who's gonna win champs besides Optic? As long as they have their same team.
FaZe always got a good squad. SSG
Mhm.
is always like, tickling the butthole of top three. I
Tickling that
I,
butthole.
I don't know, man. It is kind of one sided at the end of the day. Like Optic just has that fucking comeback potential. It's nuts.
They do, man. And anytime you have Formula on your team, you're not out. Like period. Like that guy is insane, man. I mean, not just a great Halo player, but also a great COD player as well. And I mean, one of the best. And he quickly became good at COD. It wasn't like, oh, I need a year to kind of warm up. It's like, nah, like he stepped on the scene and was gunning people, like from day one. So uh yeah, that guy is, I don't know, but he's different, bro. He's different.
He's got them skills, dude.
I mean, their team alone, in my opinion, is unfair. Like I kind of like they need to just nerf that whole squad because it's like they're all really good, man, and they're all good. They're all good in separate ways, but yeah.
Well,
Anyways,
even with that, like I don't know, they did a roster change a while ago. I think it was Pistola they brought on for a while, and yeah, it was formal Lucid, Pistola, and APG, and
mhm.
they opted to drop Pistola after I think they got second place in the last major or something like that. It's like
Imagine you need
uh,
to make a change when you go second place.
I don't think Pistola was the problem there, but okay. It's interesting, especially like I think of APG kind of like my gameplay. He's not always the top killer, but he'll hit that objective if needed.
Yeah, yeah,
He'll
he does the dirty work
he'll
for sure.
and then you just got Lucid and Formal just like got him, got him, got him,
Yep,
got him.
that's literally all they do, bro. It's literally all they do. They just run around getting kills wherever they have to. Yeah, bro. I would be down though. I would definitely be down. I enjoy going to game tournaments in general. Oh wait, really quick. There's a question. A question from Billy saying elote or esquite. Me personally, I would probably have to go esquite just because it's easier. I'm a little more lazy, but I grew up on
uh,
elote though, so
I do not know what Iskit is,
it's
but
basically a elote, but they like skin the corn off and put it into a cup and pour ingredients in there.
oh, um, yeah, prefer that. I've only had it like maybe once or twice. TBH,
Mm,
don't kill me.
you're fine. You're fine. When the elotero comes around, bro, you know it. You hear that little fucking bell going off. You're like, oh hell yeah, mom, give me $3.
Bro, we always have like a vendor on like the corner of where our local grocery store is. It's always
Hmm.
in the same spot, always there, selling fruit, elote, shit, like
Yeah,
just
that
all the
fruit.
shit.
Love
Fucking
that
mango, mango
with the
with
fucking chamoy on it.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro, that's it right there. That is life, my boy. So yeah, as I was saying, the Rainbow Six Invitational. So what was cool about this event is that so they had a record attendance of was it 9,000 people,
God damn.
which bro, like at a gaming tournament, bro, that's fucking nuts. 9,000 people at a gaming tournament. I mean, 10 years ago, that was like a dream to even like think of an attendance like that, right? And now that I think about it, I'm sure when you think about like League of Legends or Dota, they probably fucking filled whole stadiums out there because they're just different in those
Yeah.
countries. But and I forgot to mention as well that the actual tournament itself took place in Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is where a lot of Rainbow Six fans are. Hella random that there's just a ton of Siege fans in Brazil. Um, and,
It's
and
predominantly like a Latam game, honestly, right?
honestly, I think so. There are a lot of it's one of those games that I can kind of consider it like Valorant or CS, where you like the more complex FPS games, in my opinion, tend to be dominated by non-US, locations,
I
right?
wonder why.
Uh, bro, we just want to play Call of Duty in America, dog. Like that's all we want to do. We literally just want to like be brainless and run into the objective with no fucking idea of what's going on. And just hope that we get lucky and flick on someone's forehead.
Mhm.
That's all we want to do in America. So
The
I can't say I'm
fucking
surprised.
ADHD mentality, dude.
Yeah, dog. It's just the ADHD shit, man. Yeah, I think that Siege is like an extremely fun game for the fact that it is as tactical as it is. And when you watch people play at the highest level, you realize number one, I'll never be this goddamn good. But number two, there's so much to learn. And it was a really good tournament, man. I think in the finals there was FaZe versus W7M, which I'm actually not too familiar with that particular team, but they were both Brazilian teams, which is cool. Tournament taking place in Brazil. The grand finals, two Brazilian teams. It kind of like it worked out. It worked out really well for the event. So yeah, man. I what's up?
I think it'd be really interesting to like get like one of those, kind of like a heat map chart of like each game over the world and see like which, throughout the tournaments, which region actually holds the most, tournament wins.
Mm,
Because that's
yeah,
when it's gonna shine. I think you're gonna definitely see over like Asia side more League of Legends, StarCraft kind of stuff like that.
absolutely.
And then West side, you're gonna see, Call of Duty, Halo, shooters, stuff like that. And then when it
Yeah,
comes to like strategic, like Valorant, CS:GO, that's definitely more Latam kind of shit.
yeah. I mean, you're in Europe as well.
Sort of.
Uh,
More,
early
yeah.
early on in Siege, I want to say it was the European teams that were dominating, like G2, Penta.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, that was the team that had like Pangu and
I
um,
forgot G2 even existed. Holy shit.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's an org I haven't heard of in a while. Um, but yeah, it's
yeah,
actually interesting how you like how that correlates like between the genres of games, what region dominates that genre.
we should get some sort of report about that and talk about it next time. I'm actually curious to see what results we come up with on that.
That would be interesting.
If you guys were to play any esport professionally, like any game, what would it be? Yeah, I'd like to know everyone's thoughts on that. Like, there's just one game where you could hit a button like you're in the Matrix, and all of a sudden you just download all the skill.
That is
What would it be?
Minecraft.
Man, I'm
Hey
playing
yo,
Minecraft, dog.
speedrunning Minecraft though is a fucking skill, dude.
Yo, that shit's crazy. I
Fucking
I watched a guy do that. I was like, bro, how did you even How did you even know to sit that right there and stand right there? And the little things that they do. Like you have to stand directly on this pixel and swing your pickaxe in order for this to work. Like, bro, what the fuck are you? Yeah.
Like fucking trying to beat an iron golem with your fists.
Bro, they just
And then you
that
still
is
gotta
so
hope for the
impressive.
RNG to get the iron that you need.
And then and then of course when you get the was it like the eye what is it called? Eye of
The Ender Eye or whatever.
damn it. Yeah, the Ender Eye. Yeah. The Ender Eye so you can get to the temple. It's like how no, bro. No. For me, if I don't have like 27 Eye of Enders, like I'm not gonna find it. And they'll find it all they'll find it on 2.
It's
Like
funny.
what, bro? You guys are unreal. But it works out.
Tetris would be sick. I've definitely thought of scenarios if I was a Tetris guru. Some of those kids are nuts, especially the
Yeah.
ones who still play it on NES. Those tournaments are fan fucking tastic.
I
And
actually
not only
watched
that, but
one
they
of
break
those.
them down per frame, like a fighting game, dude. It's nuts.
Like a
Apparently,
fight again, exactly.
apparently there was this one kid. Um, mind you, nobody's actually fully beaten the game of Tetris, NES version, to
Okay.
this day. Apparently, the last quote unquote record that was held, I think this kid got to like level 173, and apparently it's not even, people aren't even going, or currently weren't going. They probably are now, but at that time people weren't actually going to beat the game. They were going for what is called a kill screen, which is basically the game fucking glitching the fuck out so you can't progress anymore. And this kid hit the longest run. I think it was like level 173 out of 255, and he hit the fucking kill screen, and it just glitched the game out. And that's been like the top record for the last
Damn.
year or so. And apparently there's this Google sheet that somebody went through the time to make that shows the percentage of lines, or the percentage chance that you have per line on each level to generate a kill screen. And some of them are like, you know, 80 to 90%. So unless you do that one little tiny thing, you're not even going to be able to progress past the level. So
Wow.
it's like, so what's my thought is the next record's got to be like somebody's got to beat the game to the point to where they get past every single fucking kill screen. That would be nuts.
How does one? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I
at that point, it's like you're not only avoiding shit, but then it's RNG also because it's percentage based. So it's like even if I avoid this certain situation, there's still not a chance that this next situation isn't going to trigger the same thing. That's just kind of wild.
yeah. You're different at that point. Like you're just built different.
Well, people for in the NES tournaments, they literally flip over the NES controller and they're fucking tapping it on their knee to get
Yeah, I've seen
get the
that.
rotation speed and shit.
I've
Like
seen
that
that shit.
alone is fucking wild.
Yeah. Have you seen the people who they like put the controller on their lap and then they take their fingers and like do this as if they're like
Mm-hmm. They got
like
gloves and
scratching?
shit on. Yeah, they're
Bro,
just fucking.
like I can get more inputs if I to use all my hands to like hit the button. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like who is I respect it. I respect it, bro. There's a lot of smaller titles, bigger titles where you can, potentially win big in. Um, when it comes to competitive titles, I mean, I think that's one of the things we enjoy most about gaming is being able to have that moment where we do something awesome and we're like, fuck yeah, bro, like, I did this in ranked or whatever. And there's a new a new game coming out. It's kind of in its, I guess you can call it, alpha phase right now, NDA phase, called Project Loki.
Bro,
Have you
that
heard of it?
game's so fucking good.
I haven't
So
played it
fucking
yet.
good.
It
Wait,
looks fantastic though.
oh wait, no. Oh, you didn't get the key last time.
I did. I just
Fuck.
forgot to play.
Oh my god, bro, it's
I got the
so
key,
good.
bro. I just forgot to play, man.
Think of
uh,
fuck. Think of you because you played V Rising a little bit, right?
yeah, yeah.
Or at least watch me play. It's
Yeah, I'll play with you.
it's basically like a V Rising, um, but like MOBA style. So you get
Yeah.
oh no Battle Right would be a better comparison.
I agree. I agree. Battle Right is better.
So it's basically Battle Right with 4 or 5 abilities, and you're on a team. I think they're doing duos and trios right now, testing
Hmm.
it out. But yeah, it's fucking Battle
Yeah, bro.
Right in a
It
actual
looks great.
VR, not like the shitty fucking VR that they actually came out with.
So the thing about that game that I thought was really cool, I mean, I love MOBAs in general. I'm never good enough at them to be, king dingling, but I love playing them. Is they made it so that you can like traverse the map like really in like a really unique way. Like
It's
the map
interesting.
itself has like a bunch of islands, and they have devices that are elevated, so obviously the islands are separated, right? There's a lot of empty space, and you could fall into in between those spaces and lose your life. But there are some devices that can let you like traverse from one island to then to another, and it seems to me that there are only specific characters that can do it. Maybe it doesn't look like
It's
every character can do it.
you everybody gets a glider, but not until level 4, which I didn't know for the longest time.
Ah,
I was like
okay.
fucking jumping into holes at like level 2, like why am I not gliding? What the fuck's going on?
You
Finally
didn't have
somebody
a
told
glide.
me like level 4 dog, level 4. Like, oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Fuck me, right?
So at level 4, everyone gets a glider, and then at that point, you have the ability to traverse.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
it's just
mean,
like it just has like a unique spin.
yeah, I mean everybody gets that movement ability too, whatever that may be, like dash, teleport, whatever.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, dude, I every time I talk about it, I'm like, I want to go back and play Battle Right. It was such a good game, but like nobody plays it. I just
Well, I mean,
that
it's still so
whole
early. You,
well, I mean, even Battle Right was um
oh, you mean battle, right? Yeah, you're right. You're
yeah,
right. Yeah,
like I
yeah,
feel like it died within not really died, but it just dwindled down really hard within like 2 months, and it's just like people people aren't mindset into that whole actual MOBA arena kind of thing. You know, the closest people get ADHD wise is League of Legends. But if it's like,
yeah.
a circular, can't really move anywhere arena, people are just like, I'm good. I'm going to go back to League.
I think it's fair to say that League of Legends has like this Call of Duty hold on the mobile community.
That's for sure.
A lot of good shooters that come out all the time, but if it doesn't feel like Call of Duty, no one's gonna swap over. Um, I don't. It's a tough space to hop into if you're a game developer. It is a tough space to hop into because of what I just said. Right, it's already saturated. The fans already have the game that they want.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do to give them a different experience than what they already have with League? Especially if they're already used to it. They put their 10 years into playing League of Legends. Like,
Well,
why
I
should
mean,
I play your game now?
Heroes of the Storm pretty much already proved that people would rather play, individually rather than, as a fucking team, especially when they're just
Oh
queuing up
well,
by themselves. Um, they
man, that's a
prefer
whole other conversation to have right there.
items over talents, kind of shit like that. So it's like, how do you how do you promote the matchmaking team play, but also bring in individual skill with it? So you feel like you're contributing. Otherwise, I feel like 90% of the time when you are quote unquote playing with the team, it's always like, hey, support did good. Thanks, man. You did everything. Like, bro, I have 20 kills. The
Yeah,
fuck?
it's a tough. That conversation is I've like could be an entire episode, right? I mean, I love playing team shooters, but they are the bane of my existence. They're the bane of my existence. You know what I mean? Like it's so awesome when you like come up in a random lobby with 4 or 5 other players and everyone's just like zoned in and you're like, oh yeah, like we're all firing on all cylinders, teamwork's on point. You're like, damn, bro, that was so sick. And then like for the next 9 lobbies, you got
You just
Freddie
got
fuck you on the other team who doesn't want to do shit for anybody but themselves, TikTok Moiras in Overwatch. I, I I can't speak on it enough. People who play Ash and Rainbow Six, just selfish sons of bitches. You want to do everything for yourself. Fuck everybody else. No one matters. It's just me in this goddamn lobby. Like, bro, it's a team based game, dog. The whole point is to play with the team. Give everyone the assistance that they need. But it's it's the world we live in right now. So
I feel
yeah,
like
like I said, go ahead.
I feel like Call of Duty kind of glorified that in a way. As far as like you think like old Call of Duties kind of matchmaking wise, like you never, especially when you compare it to like Halo, you don't really need to fucking team shoot. You just need to win your 1v1. If you
You
win your
need to win your ones,
1v1
kid.
and everybody else wins their 1v1s, you're gonna fucking win. So I think that's kind of where the mentality started, is like, as long as I'm doing good and the rest of the team's doing decent, we'll be fine.
Yep. Yeah, man. You have a point. I mean, I would say it's almost unfair to put that crown on Call of Duty because Call of Duty is not a MOBA. But you are right in the fact that that is the ego that players in Call of Duty have.
Mhm.
It's, hey, I'm gonna shred this game. I just need you guys to do okay, and we'll win. That's how people are in these team-based shooters. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch over the last year, a lot, and that's literally how it is every time, right? So again, I'm really happy about this, Project Loki. I think it's going to be a great game. I just want to emphasize, be ready for the shitlords. It's so annoying to have to deal with them, but it's a reality.
Oh yeah, I've already had games where people go like 1v3 a whole nother squad by themselves. Like, bro, what'd you expect? It's a
Hmm.
MOBA. What the fuck you
Yep.
gonna outplay?
1v3, you get shit on and then complain.
Yeah,
Like,
like just
where's my team? Like, bro, what do you mean? Where's your team?
yeah, like just the movement cooldown enough is enough to fucking just say like, sure, maybe you could 1v2, but like if you have 3 people against you that are at least semi competent, you're you're just not going to have enough movement abilities to dodge what you need to dodge.
100%.
But then,
In general, I think it just there's more just genuine pleasure in playing with your team and doing something really cool within that composition.
Mhm.
right? Like me and Apex were playing Siege this morning, and I was playing Brava. He's playing Jackal or Zero. And for those who know their abilities, Brava has a drone that can like hack the enemy stuff and whatnot. But like I'll throw my drone inside the objective, drone around, see who I can find. I call someone out, Apex sees them, boom, headshot, done. All right, now we progress, move in, keep moving, keep droning. Like I drone, I find the people, you take that information, you get the kill, and when it works out well, you're just like dopamine, just in the fucking veins, bro. Like
Yeah.
yes, we did that. But yeah, like it's not only does the game feel easier when you play in that way, but you feel more satisfied, man. It seems like a simple recipe, but it isn't for the rest of the gaming world. It just isn't. It makes too much sense, guys. It makes way too much sense.
It's I just can't help but see the correlations between society in general versus the video game world today.
Yeah,
Could
yeah,
almost write a fucking book on it.
yeah. I mean, the trolls are never going to go away, unfortunately. So we can't really ask for them for them to just stop. But I think it's just going to be a time where I don't know, either the developers or the gamers well, really, I don't know. I guess the developers will have to start coming up with more like ways to entice the community to play together. You
Well,
know,
that's the other thing. Like they can do whatever the fuck they want, but you can't. You know what's the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Kind of
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. This is true. This is true indeed.
It would be
In
nice
due
to see
time.
though. I'd like to not have a bunch of brain dead fucking players in Halo. That'd be great. Oh, this is
Yeah,
oddball.
man.
Oh shit, my bad. I got 30 kills. It's fine. I'm contributing though. I'm
Listen,
contributing with 0 seconds on the ball.
hey, stronghold, bro.
Oh my
Hey,
god,
bro,
dumbass.
I literally made an alt account called Dummies Trip Cap, just just based on
Which
my
I still
frustration
haven't
with the
played
way.
ranked yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We actually need to do that.
Let's
Side
go
quest,
play.
side quest
Let's go
episode.
play a few after this, dog. I'm
Oh my
down.
gosh, I don't. Okay, well, okay. I guess we could. I guess we could.
Well, you got to get you out of placements anyway. I can't remember, dude. I swear to God, every time I rank grind, I am in either plat 1 or plat 2, grinding
Yep.
out of fucking gold 6, and then all of a sudden, the next time I go into Halo, I'm back in fucking gold. I was like, did I not just grind this out yesterday? What the fuck just
How did
happened?
this happen?
Did I just like completely forget the fact that I probably just lost 5 games in a row? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I swear to
Fucking.
God, I was just in platinum yesterday. How am I back in gold? What is this?
Listen, bro, that ranked Halo ranked is a lot of fun. Until you start playing the good ones. And then you're just like, what are we doing here? Like you guys haven't left Halo like at all. Like you still have the original Xbox sitting next to you and you're just like fucking petting it as you play the game. Like what are you still doing here,
Still
bro?
playing on an original
Why?
Xbox controller, fucking the size of your goddamn stomach.
Yeah, exactly. Xbox tattoos on your fucking neck, man. Like, what is going on? You really like this game, don't you?
I swear,
Um,
dude, if I had any actual gun skill in that game, I'd enjoy it so much more. But like the lack of consistency is just kills me. And I don't
yeah,
know
I
what
mean,
it is. I
I don't.
honestly I want to say it's the network sometimes. I really do, but like my mind tells me you can't fucking blame it on that, but it's like I'll go into fucking bot lobbies. I'll fucking just fucking shit on everything in the fucking range. Perfects left and right. Hitting fucking headshots like it's nothing. And then I'll go into fucking matchmaking. And all of a sudden I'm fucking 6, 7, 8 fucking DMR shots until somebody's dead. Like, hello?
There's two things. Number one, I do think that ping is a thing, right? I mean, how many times have you been in a match and had 75 plus ping? Like that happens a lot in Halo ranked.
I mean, I'm
I usually
consistently like 30 to 50 while you guys are fucking 10 to 20.
no, dog. Usually, like my first couple games, I'll have good ping. It'll be like 11. I'm like, damn, all right, we on the West Coast. We out here, we on the West Coast, cuz. And then after that, I'm like, bro, like my shots look a little delayed. Look up 90, like 90. Where's Southeast Asia now? Like what? Yeah, man. I mean, we had a few games that playing at night where we were at like 150 ping. Like, bro, don't even put me in a game. Just say that no lobbies available at that point.
Yeah,
I
for
I
real.
I wish I could say it, like tell the game, hey, look, anything outside of this ping, I don't want it. Just leave, just take it back, bro. Tell me no lobbies available so I can go hop on something else instead. Um, but yeah,
Like,
dude. So there's that. Obviously, there's ping that plays a part. When you set up the bots, do you put their movement on Marine?
Wait, oh, I'm back. Sorry, what a fucking experience this has been.
I saw
Oh,
it.
I
I
have
saw
arrived.
it.
Yeah, my old mother went to the grocery store and locked herself out of my car and then lost her keys before
Oh
she
my
went.
god.
So I've been sprinting around trying to find keys this whole time. It's been really exciting. So but I'm here, I think, until the end. So what are we talking about?
Until the end.
We're talking about that time I put a hickey on your neck.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, wait,
shit.
what?
Yeah. Justin,
Damn.
you're supposed to go with it, bro. Why were you?
What do you mean?
Damn.
I wasn't there. I don't know what you're man.
Dang.
But yeah,
no,
Defenseless for
we're
15 minutes, man. Damn. I mean, it's
like,
not. I mean, listen, you would have got my consent anyway, but I would have. Of course, I would have given it to you.
like I always have their movement on Spartan. Sometimes I'll leave their shooting, down to a minimum so I can like, at least focus on what I'm doing. But the movement's always on Spartan, nothing less.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I guess that's the highest. I forgot what the highest difficulty is. If that's it, then so be it. But I have noticed that when you put them on the highest difficulty, they do somewhat simulate the players in game. I've noticed that. Um,
My shittiest
King Billy
thing
said he
is
has the keys, Kyle.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank God somebody does.
my biggest thing with it is that they don't jump. You never see the bots jump,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like
Yeah,
one
the
of the
jumping.
biggest aspects.
I'll be honest. I actually feel like beside like there are some situations where it's a little bit difficult, but I feel like the jumping kind of makes it easier for me at times because it's like it's such a like slow arc, but at the same time I don't try to track them whenever they jump. Whenever someone jumps, I like intentionally flick the stick to where they're gonna be, and then I just wait for them to get into the crosshairs, and then I track as they're going with my crosshair. Because in Halo is more about your left straight. It's more about strafing than it is about, aiming.
My I think my biggest thing is like there's like I haven't dialed in the acceleration on my look stick
That should
because
be at
there
5
there are
at all
still
times.
times
Mhm.
like the acceleration is at 5. I keep it at 1.
Yeah. No, max that always. Yeah, absolutely. Because the thing is, the acceleration is how long it takes for your movement to hit max. So if you set it to 5, that means that whatever your look sensitivity is, it's gonna hit like the max look speed faster. As
Well,
opposed to if you set it to 1, it's gonna like gradually get to your max. Therefore, you think that you're going slow, but in fact you're not. You're like over flicking because you.
Well, that's the
Does
thing.
that make sense?
I do overflick. That's the problem.
So that's what I'm saying. So set the max acceleration to 5. That way it gets to your look speed or whatever your sensitivity is in game, it'll get to that faster. That way you're because again, if it's happening slower, once you hit the right stick, it starts off slow and then it goes fast. And so as a result, you're overshooting it. Because again, you're like it's all about quick reaction. So if you set the acceleration to the highest possible, that time it takes to get from 0 to 100 is faster. So there's a
Got it.
it's a better reaction.
That could be
I
the
watched a
problem.
lot of YouTube videos on this shit, which is how I even got to understanding what those settings were talking about.
That's the one thing I've never really got a grasp of is how exactly the acceleration curve works. Like every time I think of acceleration, the curve pops in my brain, like of a graph and everything. I just can't. I just can't fucking execute it. I don't know why. Like it's
Bro,
there, but it's not there.
there's always someone, some nerd on YouTube who like literally downloaded the Matrix for every
True.
one of these games. So I don't even rely on myself to get it. I just say, you know what, Timmy, 2 hands, you show me like what the fuck these things do, and I'll do the rest.
You know what? Those people are like the backbone of our society too. Those
One
guys
hundred
that'll just
percent.
like they just sit down and they whip out the rulers and the like and
Yes,
OBS and they start recording videos and plotting shit on graphs. That's fucking awesome. I love that.
bro.
I could never do it, but I have used that so often. We need people like that.
Yeah, there are MythBusters for video games.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, like thank you. You did the homework. And here's a like. Here's a subscribe. Keep up the good work. I'll be back for the next video. Right?
Yup.
Like
I'll
keep
see
up
you
the
in a
good
week.
work, bro. See you in a week. Yeah, or see you like
Yeah, dude.
whenever the new character launches and you do your thing. You let me know what's up, man. I'll be right here to watch it. 100%. Yeah.
Straight up.
Shout out Drifter because he low key like was like the OG of that shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's some of the stuff they do is crazy too. Like pixel counting. There's a whole method to like counting each individual pixel to figure out velocity of certain things moving on your screen. People will like figure out like ratios of the size of items in universe that are like confirmable and use that to. It's insane. It blows my mind every time I
Yeah.
see something. I know. Game Theory, rest in peace, Matt Pat. He did that kind of stuff for a long time. In fact, they still kind of do sometimes, but it's wild, man. It's absolutely wild, and I would never, but I respect it.
Yeah, man. It's true. It's true. I realized that when I have a bunch of friends who play Smash or like platform fighters competitively, and what I did not realize is that every character's attacks happen in a certain set of frames, and that's how they judge, which character is faster or which character is slower. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, we like this guy because if he does this attack in like 2 frames faster than that character. So of course I'm like, wait, what? Like that's
Oh yeah.
like you like really breaking this shit down to a science, my boy, and I respect it.
It's
Like
really apparent on fucking 2D fighters.
mm-hmm. Oh god, yeah. I've been playing Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, and it's fun.
Oh yeah,
Or
the
the
second
second
one or
one.
whatever.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. And I was playing April, who at first I was like, yo, April's pretty good. She has some like really good attacks. But when I went to play her online against other people, like people just kept beating my ass. I'm like, what's going on? Then I realized like all of her attacks like happen, like she has a wind up for all of her attacks. And I'm like, all these extra frames that it takes for me to like wind up and hit someone in that time period, in that time frame, this person already hit me 2-3 times. So it's
Yeah.
like either I get really good at attacking ahead of time, or I just pick someone else, which is basically what I ended up doing. So sorry, April, you suck. I can't play you. But yeah, I mean, like you really have to break it down to that level. And I mean,
See
there,
ya.
thank you to the YouTube community for feeding us that type of content because we need that. I need it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You know.
I've always been thinking of doing shit like that, especially like if there's a game where I play one singular character for days on end and just fucking master the fuck out of that character. But it's like starting off fresh doing that kind of stuff is so painful.
It feels bad, man. It feels bad. Every
So
time I buy a
painful.
fucking fighting game, I do the same thing. I'm like, I suck ass cheeks. The only reason I've ever been good at any fighting game ever is because my friends made me play Smash Bros nonstop, and I got past that first little dumb hump.
Yeah.
Every other game, I mean,
yeah,
I bought Street Fighter
yeah.
6, and I loved it a lot. It was great. I made it. I played one day, never picked it back up. I bought
Yeah.
the last Tekken, not what the new one is, but the one before that was, what everyone was hyping it up.
7.
Played it for like 2 or 3 days, never touched it again. I bought like 3 different anime fighters, like Skullgirls and Guilty Gear and fucking Blaze Blue. And every single time I play for a day, I'm like, this is so sick. And then I never play it again. I have every Guilty Gear game, and I don't think I've ever had more than 1 session in each.
Well, it's
Like,
like
Yeah.
fucking mind, bro. I'm so bad at that.
because like back in the Heroes of the Storm days, Mike can attest. I played the literal dog shit out of fucking Lieutenant Morales,
Yeah.
which was a support
Yeah.
character, and
He was a savage.
I actually nutted up and fucking made a few fucking like here's how she works kind of videos and shit, and it's like crickets. Like, all right, so I guess I'm not doing this again. Like that was encouragement for me. Thanks, guys. Glad I just
Hey, man.
fucking spewed my whole brain on a fucking 15-minute video for nobody.
I don't necessarily think, and well, the problem is too is that like Heroes of the Storm didn't really like take off the way that we hoped it would, right? So it's I don't
Well,
know,
I
man.
mean, I'm talking comparatively to like other people who made, fucking quote unquote let's play videos of characters. Like everybody was going to that person, even though it wasn't as detailed. So it's like everybody wants flashy, everybody wants to make it look nice. They're not exactly detail oriented as long as they get the information they want in a flashy
Sure.
manner.
Bro, I don't know if by everybody you mean all like 19 people that were watching videos on Heroes of the Storm. I don't think, regardless of them or you, to get
Wow.
crazy views on a Heroes of the Storm piece of content, even when it was at its height, you had to like fucking catch a comet in your hands. You had to be that lucky. I mean,
man.
that shit, like, you have to be a content god, and there's a handful of people in the world that are even halfway decent enough to make that happen. So
Yeah.
that makes sense to me. But
I mean, this
what's
was like
crazy-
15 years ago when it like,
right,
first
well,
released.
Yeah.
and that links into my next comment. Isn't it crazy that the game is now getting updates again?
Yeah, that was a little interesting to see.
There's been a couple of them,
Mhm.
and
I don't
I'm
know.
very confused. I don't know if it's just like the 2 guys in the back room finally figured out how to get into the locked computer, and now they're just like, we can change some numbers, or maybe
it's-
they're gauging interest because Gigantic's coming back as well.
No, it's just
Um,
Microsoft saying, "Hey, there's still money in this, so you should actually put out content so we can make more money." That's all that
Maybe.
is.
Which
But
I'm
it
okay
happened
with.
before the Microsoft acquisition, though.
I'm okay with that.
No, they didn't start doing updates until after the Microsoft acquisition. Literally,
No,
like
I
I'm
a
thought
okay
week
I
with
thought the
after.
first big update was before. I mean, either way,
Nope.
doesn't matter. At least the game is getting updates. I don't think it'll ever get a new character ever again unless a bunch of people come and play it. But when a game goes into like heartbeat mode, where it's like on a heart monitor and you're waiting any day for it to just flatline,
Mhm.
like it's crazy enough that they're getting the updates. I don't think it'll get characters, but I will say too, there is a surprisingly strong number of people playing that game still. Like not anywhere near what some would think is good, but it kind of reminds me of like Overwatch, where it went like years and years without any meaningful update whatsoever, and there were still people playing it.
Well,
It's just
I
like
think we were
totally
just-
crazy.
We were just kind of talking about it earlier between like League and Heroes. I think honestly the biggest differential between League and Heroes players is Heroes players want that kind of like team kind of mentality that the whole team's contributing to something, whereas League players are like, dude, I just want to be the highest level and fucking shit on everything. Fuck the rest of my team.
Man, it didn't always used to be that way. It didn't always
Yeah.
used to be that way, bro. I mean, League used to have such a League has always been a toxic game, right? But League fell victim to this narrative of people that wanted like some game to bully on the internet. And League was one of the first games to really get people to like go fucking hard in the paint. I mean, I think it's up there with like Call of Duty and Halo and a bunch of these games that were like early prototype esports, and League kind of kicked it off in a major way. And I think because of that, people looked at it and said, "Oh, this game is just so toxic." And then after people started saying that, it got a million times worse because then people were like, "Oh, it's toxic. I want to get invested." So all the toxic people went to play League, and then all the people that weren't toxic were like, "Well, everyone says the game's toxic and everyone else is toxic, so I might as well be toxic." Because like if every game you got someone trying to tell you you're doing something you're not and biting your head off for some shit that don't make any sense, you're gonna either mute chat and lose that or you're gonna yell back at people. And so League,
I'm
I mean,
yelling
League,
back.
yeah, you damn right. So am I. But League back in the day, man. I mean, it used to be a beautiful thing. I made a lot of friends playing League. It was a great time. You used to be able to go into all chat and just make friends with the enemy team, and then, you know, maybe people would start flaming towards the end if you were slapping them really hard. But it was
Oh my
great.
God.
And now I you know I come back and I play a couple games here and
Now
there.
there is no
And
all chat.
wait, did they get rid of it?
I
I
think
think there is
so.
still. I think there's
Wait,
still all chat.
I don't think so. Is there?
Yeah, well, the last time I played there was a couple months
Oh,
ago.
maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking
I
of
think
something else.
that sounds familiar though. Maybe it was another game. But anyway, now I go back and I play games and I fucking it's so dumb, man. I can't go a single game without some dude with half a fucking brain cell and only half an idea of how to work a keyboard is in here playing this game and start losing and feeding, and then they point at someone else and say, "No, you're bad." And then it's like, and then I had a game a couple months ago that I will never forget because it harbored the most toxic experience I've ever had in my entire life. I was playing a game and I was a jungler. I don't know how much you guys know League terminology.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was playing jungle, and this guy was in mid lane, and I gave him first blood, and we were like, "Fuck yeah, that's awesome." And then he died 4 times to this guy in mid lane in the span of 4 minutes. He would die, get back to
Yeah.
lane, die, do it 4 times, and then
Yeah.
he started blaming me for it. And then I'm like, I feel bad for you because you have to be really fucking dumb to think that I'm the reason you're failing here. And something about that set him off the edge. He went like, "Oh, so you think I should kill myself?" And I said, "Well, that's not what I said." That's not what I said. And then he said, "Well, you know what? I'm going to do it just for you." And then he spent the whole game talking in like a very serious, very weird tone about how he was going to go kill himself and record it and upload it on the internet and put my name all over it and say that it was my fault and that I'm the only reason. And I was like, "What the fuck is
What is
going
going
on?"
on? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and at the end of the day, like, it
All
didn't really
'cause you
bother
didn't
me
gank
that
his
much.
lane, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I did. I gave him first blood. It's so stupid. But like, it didn't bother me. You know, I'm a veteran of the internet. I've seen shit like
Yeah.
that all over the place. You know, I get it. And at the end of the day, if you're that fucking broken and you're actually gonna go do it, like, sorry, dude, you've been failed. Whatever. What do you want me to say? But like, it's not my fault for telling him he's dumb for being openly rude to people in an online space. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
beyond that, the thing that really bothered me is I was like, even though I know he's just doing this for attention, and he was. I
Yeah,
went back
yeah,
and I
yeah.
checked a week later, and he was fucking playing more games because of course he was. That's what it always is. But I went back and I was like, there are some people that really would be bothered by that. I think. Like some
Yeah.
people that would really, really like it would keep them up that night thinking, you know, what if? Oh my God, that would be so awful. And that made me really sad. So I don't know, man. It's nowadays it is the cesspool people say it is, but it didn't used to be. That's
Yeah.
my side story.
Yeah, it's true, man. The unfortunate thing is that we're never gonna be able to get. I was saying this before you came back. Is like we're never gonna be able to get like toxicity like completely out of games and trolls, but we can hope that devs will find ways to be. Actually, now that I think about it, one of the things that Ubisoft is doing is whenever you have like a streak of players giving you commitments, they'll give you extra like prizes in game.
Oh yeah.
We'll give you cool stuff if your teammates say that you were awesome, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if you get like thumbs down a lot by your teammates, then you'll start to like lose shit instead.
Yep.
And I think like little things like that. I mean, obviously, it's not gonna. Some kids aren't gonna care, and they're like, I'm on my third PC already. Like, I've already been
Yeah.
hardware banned twice. Yeah, who cares?
I've got my
Um,
hardware ID spoofer, and you're never gonna get me.
yeah. But it definitely has for me like made me remember like okay, like there are moments where I want to be toxic because other players are being toxic, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it because I want my
Yep.
fucking commitments.
True.
So I mean, it's working for me at least.
I'm reformed. Okay.
I performed.
The weird thing about that though is when that started happening, I thought that would help too because I think League eventually did a thing where they were like, we've got this honor score, and if you are below a certain level of honor, you won't qualify for seasonal ranked rewards. And everyone was always crazy about getting to gold to get that skin for the season. And so they were like, if you are, toxic, you're not going to qualify for the free dope ass skin. And I thought that was going to change people's minds. And even as time has gone on, they've added more stuff to it. Like if you're the top honor level, you get an additional like chroma for the special skin every season, which is like a recolor, and they look pretty dope. And so there's a bunch of free shit if you're just nice to people. But for some reason, it didn't get any better in League. It just like got worse. And I don't get it. And maybe it's because those people like I don't know, man. Maybe they can't control themselves, or maybe it's because they know they can just make a new account and come back and get another account to gold. But it's crazy. It's crazy. What I think should happen, and this is kind of wild because I'm concerned that I'm even saying this, but I think that the day a game comes out, like say like League of Legends or Call of Duty came out this year, and they were like, "Hey, if you want to play on our online servers, you have to give us the means to verify your identity. You have to tie your identity to the game, like maybe like give us a driver's license number. Boom, you're identified. And then if you're banned, you can never come back because you can't re-identify yourself."
Damn, because your ID itself.
Yup, it's
is
tied
what-
to. It's like what they do in Korea, where you have to have an actual Korean ID to sign up for like certain games, or like in Japan, I think. But the thing is like that's a big privacy concern too, though, because then you're like you have to
course.
tell all these websites who you are, give them that
Of
info.
course.
But thing is like if you made it very clear in your like TOS and your legal clause or whatever that information would never be sold, shared, used for any purpose other than to verify identity, and you found a way to like lock that down and not make it a privacy concern, I think that would be really fucking smart. And I think that's also the truth about social media. I think everyone should only be able to have one social media account, and then maybe you find like a system to make like secondary accounts for people that want to run like meme accounts or gimmick accounts or whatever.
Business
But
accounts.
yeah, but if you wanted to like be on the internet, and you would need to identify yourself, because then I mean it's so easy to be like, this guy's a Nazi, this guy's getting ready to go take a gun to a school, like this
Yeah.
guy's over here saying terrible, heinous, bigoted things. I mean, realistically, I think it could solve a lot of fucking problems, but over here we're just so conditioned to be like, but my privacy.
But my privacy.
Oh
They're
my
watching
God.
me. Big
Yeah.
brother. It's like,
Well,
wow.
and I really do think that a lot of the people that say that are the exact people that would get banned when that shit comes out too.
Oh,
They're like
100%.
self-reporting. They're like, well, that's a privacy issue. When in reality, they're like, well, actually, they're gonna arrest me for my 3 terabyte hard drive that I keep under my bed. And so it's
That's
like,
also
it's,
the I forget. There's like a general theoretical law about that. Is like the more security slash, the more security you have, the less functionality you have, and that vice versa all the time. And that works
to some
with
extent, yeah, I think that's true.
privacy and functionality. Same kind of concept.
Yeah, I mean, you're losing anonymity because the thing is like I think there should still be websites that don't do it. I think that there should be
Oh, yeah.
specific, deliberate places where you can go and be anonymous. Like internet forums are fine. Like Reddit could be fine. Even stuff like Discord be totally fine. But any place where you're like halfway expected to use your real name, like a Facebook or maybe even like a Twitter, I think it would make sense. But I mean, there's also terrible things that would get rid of if everyone in the government could see who you are at every time and there's no anonymity. I mean, what about like like the idea like freedom fighters and shit that are trying to like share information over the internet. You know, there's no
Yeah.
promise of true anonymity
Yeah.
of privacy because you know there's a lot of people that
Yeah.
use privacy and stuff for awful shit these days, but I don't know if that outweighs the people that use it for good stuff either.
Sure.
I don't know.
That's true. I had not considered that. I was like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
but-
that's a great.
Sword.
Ooh. You said
Yeah.
what?
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, well, and
definitely.
even to bring it back around on topic of XP share here, I mean, we got a lot of huge, terrible news out of like the gaming industry, like Blizzard's big sexual harassment thing that came out.
I remember
Or
that. Yeah.
I mean, all the different big things that have come out. I don't know if those would have made it out if people had to worry about being held accountable for bringing things like that to light. You know,
Yeah.
you lose your one chance at being in a place. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess you could like turn it over to some journalist, but I don't know, man. I feel like everyone should have the freedom to. I don't know. It's dumb. I don't know what the fucking answer is, but I think there's some
It's
answer
all
in there.
stupid.
It's all fucking dumb. Just end it all. Ruin it. Just bring it down. Fucking who needs the internet? I'm gonna go back outside and start chopping down trees.
Society is wild, dog.
True. But I do think there are like crumbs of an answer somewhere in there. I think that if people could find a workaround to that, I think it would be really smart. And I think it would solve a lot of our problems. And it would mean that not only would people not be able to be toxic in video games, but they also wouldn't be able to cheat. Because if you got banned for cheating, you wouldn't be able to come back.
That would be, man. People who cheat in video games are just like, oh, dude.
It's
Like,
fucking, it's
We
stupid.
need a whole separate episode for that alone.
It's like a permanent record.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm telling you.
Yo, imagine if it affected your credit score. Hey.
This kid.
Hey.
Yeah, this stupid. This 26-year-old white dude said the N-word in a Kind of Duty lobby, minus 30 credit score.
Yo, people will
You know,
have
I'll be
like,
honest, though.
negative credit scores.
It'd be kind of sick though. I think it'd almost be worth it.
It's like, okay, we just don't be a shitlord. You don't have to worry about it, right?
Yeah,
All right?
yeah. I mean, we're gonna force everyone to be kind. Honestly, at that point, just scrap the credit score idea and just adopt China's social credit system. At that point,
Okay,
you have
ooh, this is a rough one.
like
This is a rough one. Listen, if you've seen that episode of Black Mirrors, man,
no,
dude, it's like it's kind of similar to what they're doing in China, where like people like this girl, she wasn't able to get a flight ticket, or no. So there's a girl who's just like living like her everyday life, and she had a good credit score, because of her, or her, sorry, a good social score.
Mhm.
But something happened where she was like at a party or something like that, and then like a bunch of girls were kind of just like, you know what, and they like went to her profile and gave her a thumbs down, and which obviously negatively affected her credit, or her social score. And like she wasn't able to like rent a car, or like when it came to flights, she was forced to go to fly standby because of her social score. Like she couldn't just go up and just buy a ticket for a flight. It was crazy, bro. Yeah, and like watching the episode, yeah, had me kind of like, oh, okay, I can actually see us doing some shit like this, in the next 100 to 150 years, bro. I can really see this being a thing. Then
Yeah,
lo and
man.
behold,
Scary shit.
well, I mean,
China's kind
just
of already on it.
yeah. Well, imagine. Look, I mean, 10, 20 years ago, people were saying like, imagine if they put subscription services in cars where you buy a car and then you have to pay extra to unlock certain features of your car. I mean,
Fucking BMW tried doing that already.
Yeah, and people did try doing that. That's the thing. And then now, imagine if that was a thing, and then people were able to pull from it, and they could say, "Hey, you can't drive your car above like 55 miles per hour because your social score is below a certain level."
Imagine.
Oh,
You have to use a slow people freeway. You don't get to go on the Autobahn.
Yeah, you gotta drive 880, not 280.
God.
Yeah, bro.
Uh,
She could get real.
True.
Real fast.
It's fucking scary, honestly. But I'll see you guys there.
It'll happen in our lifetimes, that's for sure.
The future.
We're gonna get to sit back and watch as the first fucking generation raised on computers, and also the prime generation to watch it all collapse.
Oh god.
And it's all because of the fucking generation before us too. That's a dumb thing. Well, it's not even all. There's a lot of really toxic, dumb young people too. I can't even say that. Everyone sucks,
The correlations, dog. The
except for the people here
correlations.
and in our chat. That's what matters.
Everyone
That's
here
the-
is awesome.
Yeah, everybody around here in the podcast has been on it. That's in the chat. You guys are immune from that. Listen, if there's ever a social score system, I'm gonna make sure that you get bonus points. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Clearly. Clearly, you know what's up.
Yeah, man. Good stuff, y'all.
Anyway.
Good
But-
stuff. Kyle, sorry you had
Okay.
to deal with that situation.
Yeah,
It's like the worst timing possible.
It really was too. I was like, the funny thing is beforehand too, I was like, make sure you're home at this point. Because then I will be able to help bring groceries in, get everything done. I won't have to leave because I got people literally counting on me up here to show up. And then she's like, no, I'll be fine. You just do your thing. I was like, okay. And then just 15 minutes into the podcast, get a phone call. Hey, what was the thing you said you needed to do at 4 o'clock? I was like, I'm in it. What is going on? He's like, well, I left my keys in the car. It was messed up. It was
I
really
just-
messed up.
I'm just mentally picturing Kyle just throughout the house.
Yeah, exactly. Just like puffing and puffing. Yeah. Just sitting on the
Oh,
phone. We're like,
gosh.
well, where's the next place you think it would be? Where's the next one? Where's the next one? And still don't know where they're at. No idea.
GG's, mom.
GG's.
Not
But
bad
she's
for
home.
an ad
She figured
hoc
it out, so.
episode, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, I'm going to presume what I missed was good.
Yeah,
You know, just good like
bro.
that.
I complained, actually. I basically just
Oh?
complained.
About what?
Yeah. Just toxic gamers, yeah.
Oh,
You know,
fuck. I'm sad I
lack
missed
of
that.
teamwork, and team-based games, that are
Talking
create,
about-
stuff like that,
Rainbow Six a bit, touched on Loki, talked about Halo.
Yeah.
Loki, like the TV show?
No, Project Loki. It's a game.
Project Loki.
Oh, the game. Yeah, I've been in
Yeah.
playtest for that since their very first alpha test.
Yeah, dude, I wanted
Very
to.
sick.
I told myself I was gonna play the last one that was just gonna come up, but I totally forgot to even sign up. For
Yep,
it.
I haven't touched very many of them, but and I can't tell you much because there's an NDA. But it's very much like League of Legends on a different kind of playing field.
Well, I mean, there's video gameplay like from the developers, so
yeah, exactly.
people
So
can you can
kinda
see it
that.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
no.
it feels very much like League, which is good. I think League feels really good. I think League is the bar for a game like that to hit. And there are some games that go above and beyond in feeling really good. For example, something kind of like that. I've been playing Last Epic a little bit, and that game feels really good. But it's I don't know if it's done enough to set itself apart, is what I'll say.
Sure.
It really does just kind of feel like League, and at that point, after a while, you're like, well, why don't I just go play League?
That's did
Um,
I not?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm up here with it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm
was
up
pretty
here
much
with
it.
it.
What is that? What you said earlier?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
like we
man.
were talking about, like we're even going as far back as fucking Battle Right. It's like
Oh man,
sure people
my
will
heart,
get into
my
it.
little poor heart.
Yeah, people will like it, but then a month or two later they'll be like, go back to League, dude.
Yeah.
This isn't hitting.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's it. If you want a game like that, League is kind of where it's at. It really is. That's why I mean Loki's kind of cool because it implements a lot of different gameplay mechanics that are different. There's a bunch of movement stuff like built into the game itself. Which is neat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kind of cool things going on there. It's a new take on the genre a little bit. I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, it has been playtesting this whole time, but I do know that there are a lot of talented people on that team. The reason I signed up for it early was because it was like a couple old writers that I had followed. And I followed them over to Loki, and it's a good time. They're good people. They're good at what they do. So we'll see. But also, I mean, in a day and age where all of these fucking big games that are already big seem to just live forever and nothing else shows up and sticks around, it's going to be interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
We'll see where
more
that
on that at
goes.
11.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, we could have a whole
speaking
episode on shit
of,
like that
Mike,
too.
you have access to that channel as well. The news channel that they give us access to. We
Yeah.
both
Oh
have right
yeah.
permissions to it.
Hell yeah.
What I think I'm gonna do is because I asked them how
Wait,
frequent.
wait. Should we first give people some context since
Uh,
we're talking about it?
Yeah, I'm lost too.
Go ahead.
So as you guys know, J Dog and I we role play in GTA 5. And
There it is.
it's-
It's just gonna start out with that.
sorry. We were talking about this in the last episode with Randon, you know, the GTA 5 roleplay, and the two characters that J Dog and I have created. We started doing like a news channel thing, trying to kind of tell the news to the people in the city. And so we go around live streaming events that happen, where there's like bank robberies, shootouts, you know. And we've been doing it for like a month or so. Probably like a month we've been doing it. Yeah. So was it yesterday or today? But anyways,
Today I
the
just met with her.
admins, yeah, so the admins and the mods in our in the server actually gave us access to a news channel where we can actually like go a little bit more in depth and, you know, be more involved in a news capacity. So they're basically giving us more freedom. You know, they're seeing the hard work that mostly J Dog has been doing, and saying, all right, now you guys have like really proven that you're going to be consistent. Here's a little bit more freedom. So it's cool, man. It's really awesome to see.
I think
Hell
we
Now-
should
yeah.
get like a newspaper template so we can just like fill it in and post it as a picture every time. That's
Mhm.
what happened today.
Sick.
Yeah. So I mean, it means more work, but you know, it's gonna again, it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay
It'll be
off.
dope.
It has to.
Got it. Definitely saves me from fucking creating a web page for it. Thank God.
Yeah, man.
I was dreading that the entire time. She even asked me, is like, so do you have like anywhere to put like articles and stuff for this? I was kind of bullshitting. I was like, I was thinking of like a Discord, or like back of my mind, I was thinking of creating an actual web page. And then she kind of met me halfway. I was like, well, let's just give you access to this channel. I was like, thank God.
Yes. Yes.
Fucking
Works
A.
for me, brother.
Even though, again, I already have the fucking domain and everything set. It's just like literally sitting there waiting for waiting for some kind of content. Crack Dash Media soon. TM.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, socials.
Oh yeah. I gotta make sure this is actually me and not a typo. Okay, sick.
Where is that browser, brother?
That's me chat. That's me right there, and that's me chatting. If you want to just click that instead, that works.
The socials.
Socials.
Much appreciated to everybody chilling out, stopping by, watching
Hell
the
yeah.
free show, watching us be fucking idiots on the internet.
Yep. Mostly that.
Hell yeah.
If I'm
Listen.
not even gonna put my socials
Oh.
anywhere, because the most important one is the Discord. Y'all just join that shit.
The Discord's right there. I was like, well, put the Discord at least.
He's literally just J-dogging everywhere
Join.
anyway. So
True.
Yeah. It literally is. Hey yo, where does he go? J Dog. Just find it. Just search it, dude. You'll find
just
something.
search, yeah.
I think
Every time.
I know that we usually aim to have a guest in these episodes, but at least for the parts I was here, this was a nice like change of pace. It was a good vibe. Maybe we should do more of these.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Especially because yeah, it was a good vibe. It did feel kind of relaxing, not having to fucking kick a conversation off between somebody. Here, write down what
Yeah.
you want to talk about, kind of shit, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
hot potatoing the conversation starter.
but I am gonna start more aggressively emailing devs because holy shit, this is getting ridiculous.
Maybe we
It's like every
should
day send the same template.
yeah. I think
Well,
maybe we should like
that's what I've been doing, and then I actually finally got through the last Epoch people, and because they were the ones that told me in like September, November, it's like, oh, we can't do anything this year. It's going to be really hard. We're trying to get 1.0 out. I'm like, cool, okay, that makes sense, whatever.
yeah.
So I hit him up again in January, and I was like, you guys have time for this now? And then he's like, oh, you should probably talk to this guy.
Oh, so you're just getting the
It,
run
my,
around.
my dude, what? You could have
Yeah.
told me that months ago. Okay, thanks.
Did you talk
Yeah.
to the other guy?
I sent a message to the other guy, so I haven't responded. So.
Oh my god, that hurts.
So here's the thing, bro. I've watched other podcasts and I see those guys go through the same shit. And I mean, how many? I don't know how many other podcasts you guys watch, but like I watch like Shannon Sharp podcasts and other people like that, like mostly sports.
Yeah.
And like, man, I always hear them say the same thing. Like they get a guest on and they're like, bro, what has this been like 13 months in the making? Like how long have we been
Yup.
trying to get you on the show? And like, oh dude, so much has been happening over the last year, man. I mean, I just been so busy. Like, yeah, man, we're glad to have you here finally. But I'm sure during that process, they're just like, can you please just get this man on the show?
Yeah,
Like,
just
we have been going back and forth, guys.
read my fucking email, please. Oh my god.
I'm sure yeah, everyone goes through it, dog. It's yeah.
Yeah. I think what we should do though is we should take the template that we're working with right now though and throw it in a Google Doc, and then we can all kind of pop in and maybe like critique it and see if we can't come up with some like easier ways to catch people's attention. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we can get kind of unique and fun with it and put a spin on it that'll convince people. I don't know, because I know a lot of people do not take well to like super business level like things, or maybe we need to be more of a bit. You know, I don't know. I think it'd be fun to look at and kind of.
Yeah.
Whoa! Can you cash at me, please? Hell no. Hell no. Fuck you, you broke ass. You are broke as fuck. You're too broke. Get out of here. Go on, get.
Go on, get.
Gonna try to
Oh man, audio only listeners, you're missing out on a perfect, unique chat experience.
Wow, that's crazy. I've seen some pretty brave comments in chat. Straight up. Good day. Can you cash at me, please?
Good day, mate. Anyway,
yeah, bro. We have ideas. I have ideas. You know, for that email. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll obviously there's something we'll talk about this offline, but yeah, we can do it, man. We can do it.
I'll throw some shit out. Again, join up on the Discord. Show us your fantastic gaming setups and shit. I don't know. That was just kind of a random thought. But again, we do want to do like competitions and shit. So like the more people in the Discord, the more interactive people are, the more I'm willing to throw out money to you guys as a community to do dumb shit like that.
I'd be down for that too.
Yeah, I mean
we need a poll to know what games people are playing, and then we can maybe start creating like little in-game tourneys based on whatever's popping in the polls.
That's the thing. I'm down for that. It's just every other time we've done that, it's minimal people, like, or it gets stretched out so far that it's like, okay, some people want this, half want this, half want that, and we can't just like do everything. So
yeah, of course.
The more people we have, the more concise, the more fucking money you guys can get. I don't give a fuck about me getting money. You guys, I will give.
Tell us where to concentrate.
Yeah.
Tell us where to concentrate. We'll concentrate it there. That's what he's saying.
But anyway, it's been episode 20. We're gonna try. I'm gonna do a little raid. See how it works out. I think Panda has changed her name. I'm hoping this is her fucking stream because I haven't listened to the audio. But again, we're gonna be on YouTube. Should be If not Tuesday, gonna be Wednesday. YouTube, Amazon, Spotify, Google, Apple, whatever the fuck you want to listen to it on, we got you.
Hell yeah.
And side quest next Wednesday. Don't miss that. And then of course,
Wednesday.
see you guys next episode. Deuces.